So right now, I'd like to introduce my guest, Sarah Atienot, Award 26. So what should have been a normal birth for her actually ended up being very traumatic. And today, her child has to live with lifelong effects because of this. I also have Marilyn Wamboi, 44, who was misdiagnosed with cancer and a brain tumor, went through treatment, only to later come and find out that it was actually a misdiagnosis. Both of you, welcome to the show. And again, we really, really do empathize with you. You're strong women. And thank you for coming and sharing your stories just to raise awareness about this, issue that is happening within our healthcare system. So probably let's start with you, Sarah, because you say what should have been a routine birth actually ended up the beginning of a very horrific time in your life.
Yes. Okay. So my due date was on 28th February. We went to this hospital and I was told that I go back.
This year, 28th February?
It was last year, 2018, March, February. So I was told to go back home and I was given some few days to come later for an induction. So I went home and the few days elapsed and we went back. So I was booked in for an induction. I was induced and now the delivery time came. Then since my water had not yet broken, so they pricked the water so that they can break the water. And so I proceed well with the contractions. So after they pricked the water that came out was colored, meaning the baby had pooped in the stomach and she was in distress. So as I remember, they gave me an injection here. So, and my baby was macrosomic, 4.2 kilos.
So that's what they call a big baby in layman's term.
Yes. So they were just, the time I was fully dilated, so I was told push, 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 they say. And the baby, they could feel the head. So the nurse said that he could feel the baby was facing up. Normally, I think they're supposed to come facing down. So he was facing up. And they still insisted, push, push. I pushed the baby, and it was fine. But she never cried immediately. So after delivery, they prepared everything. I was taken to my room. But since then, I never felt this leg again. I was not feeling it was numb. I complained to the doctor, and the doctor gave me calcium supplements and said I was okay. Then when the pediatrician came, he noticed my baby had a club foot. The feet were like this instead of being like this. So he said that immediately we should start occupational therapy so that they can correct the feet while she's still a small child. So I was discharged and I went home. After 3 days, you're supposed to go for a thyroid test, something like that. So I started feeling pain on my left leg, on my left hip. So I went to that hospital for my baby to get that thyroid test. And also I asked that doctor, what is wrong with me? I'm feeling so much pain. I'm limping. I was actually using an umbrella to walk.
Because you were feeling numbness?
Numbness, and it started with numbness, then went to pain, continuous pain, pain. So the doctor gave me some painkillers. Then I was told to go back, and they booked for that therapy, the first therapy session for my baby, occupational therapy. When we went back home, we noticed our baby had yellow eyes, jaundice. So that evening again, my husband and my sister-in-law took my baby to hospital. I was unable to even go down the stairs to take my baby to hospital because of pain. So they came back. Then the next day, we went to now another gynecologist at Nelson Awori, who said that they forced birth, and I was suffering from obstetric palsy, an injury of the nerve. The pain was too much. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sit. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything.
Take your time.
I couldn't do anything. I was sleeping seated because I couldn't lie down. I was getting some shocks in my leg called spasms. That made me even fall down. I was in pain. I even didn't know what to do. I was in pain. Then we went back for my baby's therapy session. And the first thing the occupational therapist noticed is that he was having, the right side was very stiff. So he said that this is he suffered oxygen insufficiency, something like that. So he was hypertonic. Because the first days, her hand, the right side was like this. It
That's
never
now your
went.
baby's hand.
Yes, yes.
So here you are, the mother, you're in pain, and then the baby as well, because the baby was in distress during the birth. Now there are all these complications that are coming up.
So we were booked for a neurologist who examined the baby and said that it was a symptom of cerebral palsy, that we had to undergo therapy. I asked him, so this therapy will take how long? And he said, we don't know, because it's a lifetime thing, so we'll have to just go for therapy, and we were given some medicine for her. Now, on my side, I couldn't do anything. My husband used to wake up, like put 2 plastic seats together, pull me to the sitting room, and help me to sit like this. Then went to work. Then I will stay there the whole day. I denied myself. I used to starve myself so that I wouldn't feel the urge of going to the toilet. And thank God I never lacked breast milk. So I will sit there the whole day. The whole day when he comes in the evening, he'll pull me with those 2 chairs to the bathroom to clean me.
So it was tough for you guys?
Yes, it was tough.
And there was nobody else to assist him?
My sister-in-law was there, but it was still tough because I couldn't do. I had a firstborn who was, Mami ni bebe. I couldn't do that.
And how old was your firstborn?
2 years.
So they're still at that age. They want Mami to give them, cuddle them, play with you.
Yes. I couldn't wash my baby. They were a young one. I couldn't do anything. This other end, I'm being told that it's a brain injury thing that I don't know when she's going to get better. And on my end, I'm in so much pain. So my husband would wake up in the morning, carry me, angenibeba hivi juu ya uchungu. I used to get spasm. They were so painful. Salgo ananibeba hapa hivi, take me down the stairs, go back for my baby. We go to one hospital for therapy for my baby, then me to another hospital for myself for therapy. It was just tough. The pain was too much. Anyone who has suffered a nerve pain can back me up. Nerve pain is so painful. I don't know even how to explain it because I was on a wheelchair. I walked myself to the hospital. And coming back from that hospital, I came back limping. And I remember the first time I went for the well baby clinic, the nurse manager said, we normally have one patient who is on a wheelchair. Come, kuja kando. Then akaniingiza kwa room, akaniuliza, what do you think happened? Nikamwambia, I don't know whether, because they pulled the baby out during delivery. The baby was not coming out, so they pulled her out. Akaniuliza kama, I think the mistake is on their side or my side. And me just said, I don't know.
So have you taken legal action against the health center?
No, we haven't.
Is it something you're considering?
No, we just left it to God. Yes.
Okay.